Shalom family. So early today, they eventually found the helicopter and they've confirmed the deaths of Ibrahim Raisi and everybody that was on board the chopper. He is confirmed dead. He became president of Iran in 2021. Now, it doesn't seem too long ago because, he's been a busy little guy. He has blood on his hands for decades, not just since 2021, having been involved in the mass execution of prisoners in the late 1980s. Go and check that out. So this is not a nice man. Raisi, 63 years old, previously ran Iran's judiciary, so deciding what laws pass and who gets executed and things like that. This was his purview and his control. Iran ultimately is run by 85-year-old supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Okay, so a lot of people think this was the leader that died, the supreme leader. No. As president, Raisi supported the country's enrichment of uranium up to near weapons grade levels. We believe they have nuclear bombs, as well as hampering international inspectors in his confrontation and showdown with the West. He also supported attacking Israel in the massive assault in April that saw over 300 drones and missiles fired at the country. He also celebrated October 7 and the deaths and the massacre that took place on that day. He has long been a protege to Iran's supreme leader and a potential successor for the position within the country's Shiite theocracy. But with Raisi out of the way, crisis looms. The shortlist just got shorter, according to Taliblu. Another person on the shortlist that would benefit significantly is Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's son, Mojtaba, who right now wields power already without any accountability. Obviously, his dad is in control. Many allege he is interested in becoming the next supreme leader and is jockeying in position for that spot. So he could quite possibly become president next in his succession plan to take over his dad's job. For those disposed to believe that the crash was Tel Aviv's dropping the other shoe, the site of the incident encourages speculation. Raisi's helicopter went down in the mountainous forest near the border with Azerbaijan. Now, why is that interesting? Because it is the least friendly of Iran's neighbors, in part because it has and maintains relations with Israel and has a history of cooperating with Mossad. And that already makes them think, all right, Israel could be in this thing. The weather, however, was the main suspect here. Iranian state media reported efforts to locate the crash site were impeded by fog, wind, and heavy rain, and released footage of rescue crews rushing through the enveloping mist, struggling to find them. Now, Iran's plagued by a conspiratorial political culture, and very few believe that this was just an accident that happened. Even though the chopper was really old, that could have had problems on its own. The weather definitely played a huge part. Iranian fireworks were still seen celebrating this death across Iran. Not in Israel, in Iran. The people are fed up there. There is a huge movement against the power structure in Iran. And we saw that now as they celebrated this death, instead of actually mourning it or being cut up about it. So that brings me to mind of Reza Pahlavi. It'll be interesting to see what he has to say in the next 24 to 48 hours. He's the last Shah of Iran's son who's living in exile in America at the moment. So what's Reza Pahlavi going to say? I don't see him coming back and taking power back at this point. Maybe in the future, but right now, no, Iran still needs to play a major part in the Gog-Magog war, in my opinion. They still need to continue to move against Israel along with Russia. And Reza Pahlavi is very pro-Israel. He's been to the Wailing Wall. He's sat down with Bibi. He's really pro-everything, and he wants peace with them. So maybe in a future point, in the 7-year peace treaty, maybe at that point he'll come in. But right now, I think it'll be a succession crisis with Mojtaba and whoever else is jockeying for position. But in my personal opinion, the way you look at these things happening in the Middle East, probably Mojtaba will slip into that role. It could be wrong, but we'll see. His dad wields the ultimate power. It only makes sense that he'd want to wield that power after him and slip into that position. How can I say, the repercussions of this whole incident is going to be far and wide. Within the BRICS nations as well, everybody is obviously responding to this. Russia's offered to assist in every way that they can. South Africa, I'm sure, still going to have a lot to say about it. I think the first thing across Ramaphosa's desk this morning in South Africa was him approving the budget to see to the maintenance of all of the South African Air Force's helicopters, because he's probably concerned, I'm sure, that he might be next in an accidental little helicopter. Oops, but he prefers flying in jets. But still, I'm sure that concerns him. I'm sure he's making sure that any Jewish pilots that might still be in South Africa are taking indefinite leave. But yeah, my point being, humor aside, that there's going to be repercussions and wide implications from this whole situation. And in the words of the New World Order, never waste a good crisis. There's always something to gain from it. So I'm sure they'll use this to further agendas, further attacks on Israel, further their movement into power in various places, further support of militias and proxies. We can only watch. But in the meantime, pray for the people in Iran. Yes, you heard me. Pray for them. There's a growing church in Iran, underground. They're spreading Bibles and spreading the message of Jesus Christ and everything in Iran. And it is growing fast. Pray for them. Pray for those people, that they can have more breakthroughs, that more people will turn to Jesus Christ, that more Iranians that have not yet seen the light will realize that Allah was asleep on the job here. That where was their God in this mist and fog and everything, and this helicopter that went down? This amazing man in their religion that's achieving so much against Israel. Where was this God? Was he on a journey? Did he go shopping? Did he have discounts at Temu? Who knows? But the one true God is standing out more and more as the one true God. And people are seeing this more and more and having God moments. And we're praying for that people's lives can change. And they can turn around no matter who they are or where they are and come to Jesus Christ while there is still time. So pray for them, and pray for Israel, and pray for the church at large that is suffering massive persecution. Because we are out of here so soon, with the way everything is coming together, with the speed at which everything is happening. We should be doing a lot more praying so that we can achieve much more in the time that we have left. God bless. Keep looking up. Shalom.